The summer sun blazed over our quiet cul-de-sac, where my backyard pool sparkled like a sapphire oasis. It was my sanctuary, a place where my kids laughed and splashed, where I found peace after long days. But that tranquility shattered one sweltering afternoon when I returned home to find my pool drained, the water gone, the liner cracked under the merciless heat. My heart sank as I stared at the empty concrete shell, my kids' disappointed faces burning in my mind. A note was taped to the gate, written in sharp, angry scrawl. Pools are an eyesore. Comply with HOA standards. Karen. Karen, the self-appointed queen of our homeowners association, had struck again. Fury coursed through me, but I needed answers. Karen's pristine lawn and manicured roses were just across the street, her house a monument to her obsession with control. I marched over, my pulse racing, and knocked. She answered with a smug smile, her voice dripping with condescension. "Your pool was a violation," she said, waving a vague HOA rulebook. "It lowered property values. I took care of it." I demanded to know how she dared enter my property, let alone destroy it. She scoffed, claiming her authority as HOA president gave her discretion. But I knew better. Karen had no right. I'd read the bylaws. Pools were allowed. This wasn't about rules, it was personal. Karen had always resented my family's joyful chaos, our barbecues, our laughter. She wanted conformity, and we were her target. I wasn't alone in my outrage. My neighbor, Mr. Thompson, a quiet retiree who'd lived here for decades, overheard the commotion and stepped forward. His voice trembled with rare anger as he revealed a twist that turned my blood cold. Karen had been sneaking onto properties for months, enforcing her standards with petty vandalism/garden hoses, uprooted flowers, even poisoned trees. He'd caught her on his security camera the previous night, tampering with my pool's drainage system. The footage was grainy but undeniable. Karen, in her signature floral blouse, wrenching open the valve under cover of darkness. She wasn't just a nuisance. She was a criminal. Armed with Thompson's evidence, I called the police. The confrontation that followed was electric, the air thick with tension. Karen stood in my backyard, hose still in hand, as officers arrived. Neighbors gathered, their whispers a chorus of disbelief and vindication. Karen's face twisted from smug to panicked as I played the security footage on my phone. Her crime laid bare for all to see. "This is a misunderstanding," she shrieked, her voice cracking. "I'm protecting this community." But the officers weren't swayed. They cited trespassing and property damage, cuffing her as she wailed about her rights. The crowd murmured, some shocked, others nodding knowingly. Karen's reign of terror had been exposed, and it felt like justice. As the police car drove away, Karen's tear-streaked face pressed against the window. The weight of her actions crashed down. Her HOA empire crumbled overnight. The board stripped her of her title, and whispers of lawsuits followed as other neighbors came forward with their own stories of her overreach. My pool was ruined, the repair costs steep, but the community rallied. Thompson organized a fundraiser, and families I'd barely spoken to chipped in, their kindness mending more than just a pool. It restored my faith in this neighborhood, in the power of standing up to bullies. Karen moved away weeks later, her house sold quietly, her name a cautionary tale. I heard she faced fines and community service. Her pride shattered more than my pool ever was. Looking back, that summer taught me something profound. One person's obsession with control can't silence a community's spirit. My kids are splashing in the pool again, their laughter louder than ever. Karen thought she could dictate our lives, but she underestimated us. We fought back, not with vengeance, but with truth and unity. Her downfall wasn't just her arrest, it was the moment she realized she'd lost the power she craved. I hope she's learned something wherever she is. I know I have. Never let a Karen dim your light. What do you think? Did Karen deserve her fate? Or was there another way to handle her overreach? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear them.